Well, it's no news that Nigerians are being held backwards by leadership failure. This is Serious Matters here at Tony TV. Please do share videos or drop your comment, make them simple and civil. Thank you very much for watching. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the last presidential election, Mr. Peter Obi, on Thursday said Nigerians, although highly talented, deeply productive, and undoubtedly progressive people, were being held backward by leadership failure. Of course, there's no doubt about that. I mean, we know that. Obi made this known in a post on his X handle while congratulating Professor Chika Unigwe, who recently earned 2 global honorary distinctions in recognition of her artistic and literary contribution to the nation of Belgium. According to the statement, Unigwe was decorated with a Knight of the Order of the Crown and recognized with a proclamation Okondo by the Christoffel Plante Fund. Well, this is coming from Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the last presidential election. Well, of course, you always recall that Peter Obi has been of the opinion that Nigeria should move from consumption to production, which I believe that the APC had tried to, emulate or, work with. But then because they don't own the blueprints, they really don't know, how to go about it. Just my opinion. Well, the former Anambra State governor said iconic rise came as no surprise, adding that he had always expressed confidence in the highly creative and productive nature of Nigerians. Obi stated that the many heartwarming and inspiring stories of Nigerians making impact on the global stage could signal the coming of a new Nigeria. He further maintained that the recent brain drain in the country will eventually turn out to be its brain gain in the future. Well, it's good that he's been optimistic, and unlike people who because they had lost that election and all of that, or because they knew actually the way the whole thing went, and they probably do not just have the power to upturn things, will just go around saying all sort of things and all of that. You see that even though he made a point, he made a statement, he's not pointing fingers at just anybody, and then he's been optimistic. He's been optimistic that, look, things are going to get better. Things are going to fine someday. Once it is time, there is nothing anybody can do about it. You see, if we are where we are today, it's because it's not yet time. But once it is time, there is nothing anybody can do about it. That is just the simple truth. Anybody can rig election. Anybody can do this. It's only happening. You say, but God is watching. Yes, God is watching. He's watching. He said, does he not love us? He loves us. But when he's ready, there's nothing anybody can do about it. Somebody might even be sitting down on your seat. Does not mean that the person owns your seat. Look at this parable that Jesus Christ gave at some point during his ministry on earth. He said, when you go for an event, you are invited for an event. He said, when you get in there, sit down at the low place. Sit down at the back. Let them come after you and say, oh, sir, your place is at the high table. That is a better, it's better that way than for you to come in, feel on top of the world. I was invited and, and then you go straight to the top and then they say, oh, sorry, sir, you are not supposed to sit here. This is where you're supposed to sit. That is more shameful. But I think it is more honorable when you are being brought from, outside and brought from the low place and, and put up there. Well, this is Serious Matters here at Tony TV. I just love I wanted to put this out there, so that, somebody said, I saw this comments by 10 Mobile. He said, man, go and rest. Stop dying for people who are mostly ingrates. Nigeria hardly deserves your type. Well, that might just be the picture. That might just be the way things seem. But then personally, I'm also optimistic because I know that nothing lasts forever. The only person who lasts forever is Jehovah. Is God Almighty. That's the only person that lasts forever. And so when it comes to things that were made, things that came to be after him, they have an end. Whatever has a beginning will always have an end. Well, and I know that God has a way of erasing the memories of people. He can erase the memory of somebody. May your memory not be erased. However, he can use good to erase bad memories. You have been poor and God steps into your case. In fact, you'll be surprised in the moment you just forget that you were actually poor yesterday. Do you understand? When God steps in. And that's what I'm looking forward to, for Nigeria as I join my faith with that of Mr. Peter Obi. Not about party, not this time around. We're just talking about people with like minds. Well, this is still Serious Matters here at 20 TV. I appreciate you all. Please don't forget to share our videos or drop your comment. Make them simple and civil. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.